Hey guys, Rachele here with Amethyst Ascension. If you are new here, welcome, and if you are returning, thank you so much for joining me again. So today I'm going to be doing a walkthrough of the Tree Keeper's Oracle. And this deck was sent to me by US Games for my honest review. So let's just get started. So it was written by Angie Solons and the artwork is by Stephanie Law. Stephanie Law being the creator of Shadowscapes. So it says, oh, let me grab my glasses. Where are they? That's beautiful. Long ago, before trees were used for their pulp and fiber to hold our stories in bound form, they were story protectors of a different kind. As legend and druids can tell you, there are places on the planet where the veil between worlds is thin, and the trees were guardians of these sacred spaces. During that age, if one was lucky, one might encounter a door in the trunk of a tree, known as doorway. That. A portal between magical worlds. The contents of this oracle and guidebook were entrusted to me from a tree keeper in Lapland, who guarded one of the ancient groves in a reindeer forest. One evening, under a billowing curtain of aurora borealis, while night settled on the shoulders of a mountain like a sigh, the tree keeper gifted me her legacy book. This work is derived from that tome. It includes 44 green gilt-edged cards, 108-page fully illustrated guidebook, and organza drawstring bag, or pouch, I should say. Okay, so that's what the other side looks like. I love these boxes, and I love how it has this, like, flap. As legend and druids can tell you, there are places on the planet where a veil between worlds is thin and trees are guardians of these sacred spaces. That's just beautiful. And it comes with a bag, which is really nice. Here is the book. And this book is the kind of books I was talking about. It's got premium in a previous video. It has got premium paper. This is a heavy book. This is beautiful. So it comes in 107 pages. And it's got info about the author and the artist. And there was a note from the author in the back. And then we've got the cards. Long ago, before trees were used for their pulp and fiber to hold our stories in bound form, they were story protectors of a different kind. As legend and druids can tell you, there are places, yep, we already read that. During that age, if one was lucky, one might encounter a door in the trunk of a tree. Yep, we read that part. A portal between worlds where magic bleeds through one dimension to another. Magic wasn't considered spellcraft or supernatural. What was called magic was simply the songs, art, dreams, and inspiration of one world flowing into another. The trees kept records of these magics, and the tree keepers kept sacred watch over the trees. Over time, the tree keepers gained much wisdom. They couldn't help it. As magic seeped through the trees, it bled onto the ground of which the tree keepers stood and took up residency in their souls. Having been imprinted by the flow of stories, they were considered the librarians of the other worlds. Each tree keeper became a living oracle, embodying the 4 elements of their own world, plus the 5th element of the doorway. The doorway, that portal where dreams move across dimensions, is an element akin to love. It is the all-encompassing wisdom that encourages every soul to remember that there are other perspectives beyond the one immediately available on one's reality's surface. Sometimes a door is more than a door. Sometimes a tree is more than a tree. And sometimes you are more than you know, able to access the more-ness shimmering on the other side of your circumstances. There's always more. More chances, more grace, more forgiveness, more perspectives, more magic than you have currently glimpsed. The tree keepers knew this truth and shared it with seekers lucky enough to encounter them. I was one such seeker. Though many of the trees have long since been cut down, their groves destroyed, the tree keeper's legacy remains alive in places where rivers run silver with myth and where fairy tales are still spoken under the light of the moon. The contents of the oracle were entrusted to me from a true tree keeper in Lapland, who guarded one of the ancient reindeer forest groves. One evening, under a billowing curtain of aurora borealis, while night settled like a sigh on the shoulders of a mountain, that tree keeper gifted me her legacy book, an image of a reindeer carved into its wooden cover. So other parts of what it said on the back. The teachings in this deck are distilled from that tome. Very cool. So it talks about how to use this deck. And then it goes into the meanings. All right, so let's take a look at the cards themselves. Look at that, is just beautiful. These boxes are beautiful. Keeper of self-love. Keeper of abundance. Keeper of wishes. Keeper of comfort. Keeper of time. Keeper of whimsy. Keeper of balance. Keeper of ease. Keeper of trust. Keeper of shift. Keeper of surrender. Keeper of inclusion. Keeper of pace. Keeper of solitude. Keeper of nurture. Keeper of play. Keeper of journeys. Keeper of stars. Keeper of sleep. It looks like Sleeping Beauty. Keeper of alchemy. These are so beautiful, my goodness. Keeper of fairy tales. Wow. Keeper of intuition. Keeper of truth. Keeper of flow. Keeper of the subconscious. Keeper of boundaries. Keeper of grace. Keeper of anger. Keeper of endings. Keeper of sanctuary. Keeper of focus. Keeper of creativity. Keeper of the wild. Keeper of the dance. Keeper of the invisibles. Keeper of beginnings. Wow. Keeper of sharing. Keeper of the game. Keeper of receiving. Keeper of innocence. Keeper of forgiveness. Keeper of wonder. Keeper of transformation. And keeper of follow through. All right, so let's see how this shuffles. It is glossy, if you couldn't tell, and it is gilded, gold metallic. Let's see if I can shuffle this. Well, that was a bit of a fail. You can. I probably will shuffle this more like this, though. I've been doing that a lot lately, and it shuffles them really good. All right, so let's draw a card and see how it reads. Maybe we'll draw a few cards. All right, give me one card to read. Let's do this one that's sticking out here. All right, Keeper of Wonder. The tree keepers viewed enchantment as a necessary element. This is what it looks like, by the way. So you've got, I mean, the exact same size as the card, which is cool. The tree keepers viewed enchantment as a necessary element. They pursued it, like sunlight, rain. Now is the time to make a list of all that enchants you. Pursue wonder like a necessity. Document it. Put practical concerns to one side and allow yourself to marvel. Hang with the hummingbirds. Talk with the bees. The wide world is a never-ending story full of surprises and splendors. Observe the many tiny miracles around you. You cannot live robustly by logic alone. Take some time to open your heart wide to receive blessings both tiny and great. Then list them, noting all the ways you are surprised or astonished. As a famous storyteller once said, those who don't believe in magic will never find it. All right, I really love that. Let's try a couple more. All right, there's another one. Give me one more. Okay, so we'll do this one first. So we've got Keeper of Receiving. The key to feeling grounded is to dig deep in your soul's soil to know your worth. Let the blessings come to you by cultivating receptivity rather than solving, caregiving, rescuing, or fixing. Forest life depends on reciprocity. The tree keepers held this tenet sacred. Receiving is a large part of that process. A tree doesn't seek out squirrels or birds to shelter. It doesn't uproot itself to follow every weary traveler offering shade, nor does it conjure sun or rain to grow itself. It simply is, allowing reciprocity to occur. Do you work to discover your inherent worthiness? Root down deep into it. This will give you the confidence to know what passes by you is not for you. If the door doesn't open, it's not your door. What is for you will come to you simply by the power of your vibration. It is the rule of the forest and the root of all sovereignty. Oh, I just love that. And that is so beautiful. Oh, that's gorgeous. So let's try the other one. And this one, Keeper of Truth. I love that. No matter what you're facing right now and how it tempts you to look away, one thing is certain, your anxiety is lying to you. The thoughts and beliefs that come from our early unworthiness programming are false stories. The crippling fear that you are not enough, that it'll never happen for you, that you are less than deserving of every good thing, all lies. It's time to unmask those falsities and seek proof of your inherent value and great worthiness. Not by listening to the old stories, but by telling new ones. Follow the tree keeper's example and have a conversation with the moon. Listen to her encourage you to shine. Endeavor to hear the voice that speaks the truest and most beautiful tale of you, even when facing uncertainty or doubt. My goodness. That's beautiful. I can tell I am going to get on with this oracle really well. I like the messages. The artwork is absolutely stunning. I love that down at the bottom. It's solid, a solid color, so that you can easily see the words. You know, it's just, it's a beautiful size. The backs are gorgeous. The box is gorgeous. The extra little bag as a gift. Yeah. I am very pleased with this, this deck. So I believe that this is in pre-order status right now. I will have to check, but I will be sure to place a link down below where you can find this deck. Thank you for spending this time with me, and I am sending you love always. Thank you.